Hi everyone, Monisha here. This will be the last episode of this chapter, Mathematical Induction. By this video, Mathematical Induction chapter completes. If you have any doubts pertaining to this chapter, please comment me on the comment section and give me some suggestions over this video also. Let us start the session. Let us move on to the 21st question of exercise 4.1. So the question is, prove by the following of principle of mathematical induction, that is x to the power of 2n minus y to the power of 2n is divisible by x plus y. So first we have to equate this equation to p of n. So the whole statement is equal to p of n. So p of n is equal to x to the power of 2n minus y to the power of 2n, and this is divisible by x plus y. The first step is we have to substitute 1 in the place of n, so that we have to prove that for n is equal to 1 this equation is true. So it can be observed that p of n is true for n is equal to 1. This is so because you have to equate 1 in the place of n. So it will become like x to the power of 2 into 1 minus y to the power of 2 into 1. Okay, so this is x square minus y square. So by algebraic identities, we know that x square minus y square or a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. So this will become x plus y into x minus y. And since x plus y, x minus y has an element called x minus y, a term x minus y. So this is divisible by x minus y. So it is divisible by, it is x plus y, because in the question they have given it is divisible by x plus y. Okay. So next step, this is the first step. That is, we have to substitute 1 in the place of n. And this shows that it is divisible by x plus y. So the next step is, the second is, we have to substitute k in the place of n. That is, let p of k be true for some positive integer, k. That is, so wherever n is there, in that place you have to substitute k. So it will become p of k, that is x to the power of 2k minus y to the power of 2k is equal to, so it is divisible by x plus y, you have to write that. Okay, x to the power of 2k and y to the power of minus y to the power of 2k is divisible by x plus y. But before saying this, we have to know that whether this becomes a constant, so that we have to divide this by x plus y. So we have to take it in the form, let x to the power of 2k minus y to the power of 2k is equal to m into x plus y. So if m is any natural number, so by substituting it, we can divide it by x plus y, where m belongs to n. This is a natural number. Let this be equation number 1. Let us continue question number 21. Here I have written equation 1 one more time. That is, x to the power of 2k minus y to the power of 2k is equal to m into x plus 5, where m belongs to n. So this is equation number 1. So we have gone through 2 steps. One is substituting n is equal to 1, and the second step is by substituting n is equal to k. Now the third step is, we have to prove that p of k plus 1 is also true whenever p of k is true. For that, we have to equate k plus 1 in the place of k. So wherever k is there, we have to equate it as x to the power, k plus 1 in the place of k. So this equation will become x to the power of 2 into k plus 1. So wherever k is there, So we have to substitute it as k plus 1 minus y to the power of 2 into k plus 1. So after this, we have to equate the whole thing in order to get P of k plus 1 is also true. So here multiplication will occur, x to the power of 2k plus 2. So 2 into k is 2k plus 2 minus y to the power of 2k plus 2. So here after multiplication, we know that a to the power of m into a to the power of n is equal to a to the power of m plus n. So now this is in the form of a to the power of m plus n. So we can split it in to the form of a to the power of m into a to the power of n. So this will become x to the power of 2k into x to the power of 2 minus y to the power of 2k into y to the power of 2. Now we have to substitute this equation in this form. In order to do that, we have to take x to the power of 2k minus y to the power of 2k here. So here x square I will be taking separately. So instead of x to the power of 2k, so I will be taking s to the power of 2k minus y to the power of 2k plus y to the power of 2k. Okay. Minus this section, this term we have to write as it is. Y to the power of 2k into y square. Here x square I have written. Instead of x to the power of 2k, I have written x to the power of 2k minus y to the power of 2k plus y to the power of 2k. So if you cancel this, we will get x to the power of 2k only. So we can't simply substitute one number or include one number in mathematics. So if we cancel this, we have to get that exact same term. Okay. So now here in this equation, x to the power of 2k minus y to the power of 2k, we can include m into x plus y. Right. So here x square. So in the place of x to the power of 2k minus y to the power of 2k, instead of this, we can substitute m into x plus y because that is equation 1. So m into x plus y to the power of 2k as it is minus y to the power of 2k into y square. Okay. So now this is in a multiplication form. This is x square into. Now we have to multiply x square to both the terms. So here it will become x square into m into x plus y plus x square into y to the power of 2k minus y to the power of 2k into y square. So here this will become m into x plus y into x square plus here y to the power of 2k is common. So I will be taking y to the power of 2k common. If I take y to the power of 2k common, the remaining will be x square minus y square. So now this is in the form of algebraic identity, that is a square minus b square. We know that a square minus b square is equal to a plus b into a minus b. So this formula is, we will be applying this formula to this equation. So here it will become m into x plus y into x square plus y to the power of 2k into this x square minus y square will become x plus y into x minus y. Now here x plus y and x plus y is common. So I will be taking x plus y common here. So if I take x plus y common, the remaining is m into x square plus here y to the power of 2k into x minus y. Okay. So now since this whole equation can be divided by x plus y, so we can write it as, so which is so this equation, that is p of k plus 1. So p of k plus 1, so which is a factor of x plus y. Since in this whole equation x plus y is there, we can write it as, since it is, if we divide it by x plus y, we can cancel it. Therefore, which will become a factor of x plus y. Thus, p of k plus 1 is true whenever p of k is true. Okay, let this be equation number 2. So we can compare equation 1 and 2. X plus y, instead of this m constant, this whole term will become a constant. Okay, so both are one and the same. Hence, we have to write the conclusion part here. Hence, by the principle of mathematical induction, by the principle of mathematical induction, statement P of n is true for all natural numbers that is capital N. Okay, I hope you understood this. Let us move on to question number 22. Here we have to prove that 3 to the power of 2n plus 2 minus 8n minus 9 is divisible by 8. So the first procedure is we have to equate the whole equation or the question such that it is equal to P of n. So let the given statement be equal to P of n. So P of n is equal to 3 to the power of 2n plus 2 minus 8n minus 9, and we have to prove that it is divisible by 8. So the first step is, it can be observed that P of n is true. P of n is true for n is equal to 1. So first we have to equate 1 in the place of n here. So P of 1 is equal to 3 to the power of 2 into 1 plus 2 minus 8 into 1 minus 9. So here 3 to the power of 2 into 1 is 2. So 3 to the power of 2 plus 2 minus 8 minus 9. So 3 to the power of 2 plus 2 is 3 to the power of 4. Minus into minus is plus. So 9 plus 8 is 17. So 3 to the power of 4 means we have to multiply 3 4 times. So 3 3s are 9. 9 3s are 27. 27 3s are 81. So 81 minus 17. So 81 minus 17 is 64. So which is divisible by 8. So which is divisible by 8. Okay. So 3 to the power of 4 is nothing but multiplying 3 4 times. So 3 3s are 9. Again 3 3s are 9. So 9 9s are 81. Next 81 minus 17 is 64, and the 64 number is divisible by 8. So P of n is true for n is equal to 1. So this is the first procedure. So next, in the second step, let P of k be true for some positive integer k. Okay, so that is, so we have to substitute k in the place of n here. So the equation will become P of k is equal to 3 to the power of 2k plus 2 minus 8k minus 9. Okay, and it should be divisible by 8 itself. So divisible by 8. So if it has to be divisible by 8, we have to equate such that it should be a factor of 8 itself, right? So therefore we have to write this equation in the form of 3 to the power of 2k. So 3 to the power of 2k plus 2 minus 8k minus 9 is equal to 8m, because so m should be a natural number. So where m belongs to a natural number, n is a natural number, let this be equation number 1. So we have to prove that, so this whole equation should be a factor of 8 or divisible by 8, where this m is a natural number. Let us continue in the next slide. Question number 22 continues. I have written question number 1 once again, that is 3 to the power of 2k plus 2 minus 8k minus 9 is equal to 8m, where m belongs to natural number n. So now after the second step, we have to take the third step, that is we have to prove that P of k plus 1 is also true whenever P of k is true. So in this equation, we have to take k plus 1 in the place of k. So the equation will become 2 to the power of 3 to the power of 2 into k plus 1 plus 2 minus 8 into k plus 1 minus 9. So up to here we have to take, and we have to conclude it in the form that the whole equation is divisible by 8. So here it will become 3 to the power of 2 into k, 2k plus 2 and again plus 2. Okay, so this thing I'll be grouping it as 1 and 2 as separate. Minus 8 into k, 8k minus 8 into 1, 8 minus 9. So this will be in the form of a to the power of m plus n. So if this is considered as m and this is considered as n, so we can separate it. That is 3 to the power of 2k plus 2 and 3 to the power of 2 minus 8k. Here minus minus will become like signs will become addition. So it will become minus 17. Now in order to substitute this equation, that is equation 1. So equation 1 is 3 to the power of 2k plus 2 minus 8k minus 9. So if minus 8k minus 9 comes here after this 3 to the power of 2k plus 2, we can substitute 8m in the place of this equation. Okay. So here first I will be writing 3 to the power of 2k plus 2 and I will be including these terms here. That is minus 8k and minus 9. Don't take this minus 8k. We have to newly substitute another minus 8k here. But in mathematics, we can't simply substitute minus 8k and minus 9. So that we have to include one more term plus 8k and plus 9. So if we cancel it also, the term will just stands there. Okay. Next, the remaining thing we have to write minus 8k minus 17. Here up to here we can equate it to a equation here. From equation 1 to 3 to the power of 2k plus 2 minus 8k minus 9 is equal to 8m. So instead of that, we can take, instead of 3 to the power of 2k plus 2 minus 8k and minus 8, it is 8m and plus 8k plus 9. This as a separate group. 8k plus 9 minus 8k and minus 17. Okay. But 3 square multiplies with both the terms. Okay. This is multiplication. So 3 square multiplies. 3 square is nothing but 9. So 9 into 8m is 9 into 8m plus 9 into 8k plus 9. Okay. So minus 8k minus 17 as it is. So now, so here 9 into 8m write as it is plus 9 8s are 72k plus 9 9s are 81 minus 8k minus 17. So now I will be grouping it 9 into 8m plus here 72 minus 8. So 72k minus 8k will become 64k plus 81 minus 17 also become 64. Okay. 72k minus 8k becomes 64 and 81 minus 17 becomes 64. Now if we take 8 as common, because 8 is divisible, 64 and 8 all are divisible by 8. So here I can take 8 common. Okay. So here if I take 8 common, the remaining will be 9m plus 8 8s are 64. So 8k plus 8. So this is remaining. So if I divide it throughout by 8, we can divide it easily. So this whole term is divisible by 8, right? So therefore, so we can take the whole constant as any of the numbers. So I will be taking any of the alphabet. So I will be taking r as the variable here, 8r. Okay. So where r is equal to this constant 9m plus 8k plus 8. So this is a natural number. So it's a natural number. You can even consider 1 or 2 or any number to it. It will be in the form of a natural number itself. Okay. So natural number. Therefore, 3 to the power of 2 into k plus 1 plus 2 minus 8 into k plus 1 and 8 into k plus 1 minus 9 is divisible by 8. Divisible by 8. If this is possible, then thus p of k plus 1. So here this is p of k plus 1. So p of k plus 1 is true. Is true whenever p of k is true. Okay. Hence, we have to write the conclusion part. Hence, by the principle of mathematical induction, principle of mathematical induction, by the principle of mathematical induction, statement p of n is true for all natural numbers that is n. So I hope you understood this. Let us move to the 23rd question. Here the question is 41 to the power of n minus 14 to the power of n is a multiple of 27. Okay, the first step, I have equated the statement to p of n. So let the given statement be p of n. So p of n is equal to 41 to the power of n minus 14 to the power of n, and this should be a multiple of 27. And the first step is, it can be observed that p of n is true for n is equal to 1. So p of n is true for n is equal to 1. So it will be p to the so p of 1. So 41 to the power of 1 minus 14 to the power of 1. So this will be 41 minus 14, which is nothing but 27. And this 27 is, which is a multiple of 27 itself. Which is a multiple of 27. Okay. So the second step is, let p of k be true for some positive integer k. Okay, so that is, so wherever n is there, we have to substitute k here. So p of k is equal to 41 to the power of k minus 14 to the power of k. So which is equal to, and this should be a multiple of, is a multiple of 27. So this equation should be in the form such that it is a multiple of 27. If that is the case, we have to equate it into a constant, that is 41k. So therefore 41k minus 14k is equal to, it should be a multiple of 27. So 27 into m. Okay, m can be any natural number. So if we substitute the natural number to it, it will become a multiple of 27 itself, where m belongs to n. Okay, so let this be equation number 1. So this is the second step. And third step is, so we shall now prove that, p of k plus 1 is true whenever p of k is true. Okay, so let us continue in the next slide. Let us continue the 23rd question. Here I have already once again written 41k, that is equation 1. 41k minus 14 to the power of k is equal to 27m. So now we have to prove that p of k plus 1 is also true. So p of k plus 1 is also true in the sense, so this is p of k. So in the place of k, we have to include k plus 1. So 41 to the power of k plus 1 minus 14 to the power of k plus 1. Okay. So this is in the form of a to the power of m plus n. So this will become a to the power of m into a to the power of n. So 1 is nothing but 41 itself minus 14 to the power of k into 14. Okay. So now, so we have to substitute this equation 1 into this statement. Okay. So if I take 41 here, so instead of 41k, I will take minus 14k also in order to substitute this value. But simply I can't put 14k here. So along with that, I have to include plus 14k, because if I cancel these things, so this number will remain here, right? So this other statement we have to write as it is, minus 14k into 14. So here I can substitute equation 1, because 41 to the power of k minus 14k is equal to 27m. So this is equal to 27m. So 41 into 27m. So this can be one equation, plus 14k also we can consider as a separate group. Okay, minus 14k into 14. So now I can multiply it separately. So this will become 41 into 27m plus 41 into 14 to the power of k. Okay, minus 14 to the power of k into 14. So here I have to write as it is 41 into 27 m. Here 14 to the power of k is common. If I take 14 to the power of k common, here remaining is 41 minus 14. So here it will become 41 into 27 m plus 14k into 27. Here 27 is common. So altogether I will be taking 27 common. If I take 27 common, remaining is 41 m plus 14k. Okay. So now this becomes a constant. So I will be taking it as 27 r. Okay, 27r, where r is equal to 41m plus 14k. So this is a constant and it is a natural number. It's any natural number. Fine. So therefore we can write it as 41 to the power of k plus 1 minus 14 to the power of k plus 1. So that is nothing but this p of k plus 1. Okay. So this is a multiple of 27. Multiple of 27. If this is a multiple of 27, thus p of k plus 1 is true whenever p of k is true. Okay. Hence, by the principle of mathematical induction, statement P of n is true for all natural numbers, that is n. N is a natural number. I hope you understood this. Let us move on to the last question of this session, that is question number 24. So prove the following by using the principle of mathematical induction. So for all n belongs to n, that is 2n plus 7, which is less than n plus 3 whole square. So let the given statement be equal to p of n. So p of n is equal to 2n plus 7 less than n plus 3 whole square. So this is the first step we have to do. Next is, it is observed that p of n is true for n is equal to 1. So it is observed that p of n is true for n is equal to 1. So we have to substitute 1 in the place of n here. So 2 into 1 plus 7, okay, which is less than 1 plus 3 whole square. So this is the equation. So 2 into 1 is 2 plus 7, which is less than 1 plus 3 whole square. I will be writing it once again. So 7 plus 2 is 9, and this is 1 plus 3 4 square, which will become 9 less than 16. So which is true, 9 less than 16 according to the statement. If we substitute 1 in the place of n, then the statement will become true, because 9 is less than 16 itself. Okay, therefore we have to write which is true for n is equal to 1. This is the first step. Next, in the second step, we have to include that let p of k be true for some positive integer k. So that is, so in the place of n we have to include k here. So it will become p of k, that is 2k plus 7 less than k plus 3 whole square. Okay, so 2k plus 7 less than k plus 3 whole square. So this is equation number 1. So let this be equation number 1. Next, the third step is, we shall now prove that we shall now prove that P of k plus 1 is true whenever P of k is true. For this we have to consider the equation. Okay, write down, consider. I will continue in the next slide. This will be the last question. 24th question is the last question of this session. By this, mathematical induction chapter completes. Let your all dreams come true. Please try and try again and never give up in your life. I hope you understood all the problems of this session. Thank you. Thanks a lot. If you have any queries, doubts or suggestions over my videos, please comment me on the comment section. Thank you.